What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Bleed Black and Gold. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, the host of it. And like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, BrandonJaneauShow is where you can find this episode and all my episodes on all podcast platforms everywhere. Um, Social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, BrandonJaneauShow. Uh, And of course, like always, YouTube channel is where this visual of this episode will be on the YouTube channel. Shout out to everybody that's been listening or and watching and listening to this and commenting on episodes that I've been doing. So hope you guys enjoy this, man. Let's get into it, man. So the Saints snap a two-game losing streak today against the Indianapolis Colts. The final score was 35 to 27 New Orleans. Um Man, oh man, oh man. Uh Usually I get on here and I'm even when we win, I'm kind of like depressed about it. I'm like, "Oh god, this was a terrible fucking game." Usually I'm depressed, but I'm not today. I'm not today. I'm actually something I haven't been in a long time. I'm optimistic about what the Saints actually is. See, today was a very interesting game. This is why I kept saying this is a telltale sign of what this team really is going forward. I kept saying this because I thought this way, and I said, man, the next couple of games, they're playing against defenses that are okay, they're not great, and they're playing teams that are okay, they're not great. But if they could finally wake up, if that offense could finally wake up, then this team can finally feel like, oh shit, we can actually turn this around. And I said this after the Patriots game. The first 2 weeks of the season were kind of like, well, this is early. We don't know really what this offense is. And then week three happened, and that offense was pretty okay. It was pretty all right. But then Derek Carr got injured, and then it was like, oh, what is this offense now? Um, and for the last couple of weeks, we've been trying to figure out who we are. What is this team? And every episode I get on here, every damn game, damn near, I get on here and I literally say on this damn podcast, we need to fire Pete Carmichael. I've said this even before I started doing this podcast series. Now, I've been saying that you can check every damn episode I've done with my brother Juan on his Instagram page, or even on our YouTube on his YouTube channel, Jack's Wild Sports Show. You go to his Instagram page, All Sports Talk. I've been on there and been one of the most fire Pete Carmichael motherfuckers I've ever been. I love saying that shit on a Sunday because it's true. And last Thursday, I think we finally felt like that was the breaking point. We were like, man, how the fuck we have a prime time game and our offense look that fucking dismal. That is not good. That's not the Saints offense that we have grown up for the last 15, I can't even say 15, fuck, 18 years. Sean Payton came in '06, so '06, 2023, about what, 17, 18 years? Um, that shit is crazy. So we've literally had to watch this offense for the last couple of weeks, try to figure it out, 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 try to figure it out. And I'm actually gonna be honest. I think we figured it out today. I think we figured it out today. I know I can't believe it either. I think we figured it out today. And I explain to y'all why. Usually when I watch Saints games, especially this season, the offense get on the field, we drive the ball, but we don't fucking score. We don't score. We get in the field goal range, or we get in whatever, we We get to the red zone and then we stall the fuck out. We get to like the 20 and then we stall the fuck out. And that's pretty much what I've always thought of this team. We're gonna move the ball, but then we're gonna get to the red zone, then we're gonna act like we don't know what the fuck we're doing. But the first drive showed me, oh wow, no. They are ready. They figured it out. Holy shit, they figured it out. That throw to Alvin Kamara out the backfield on a linebacker. It's so fucking simple, but yet so fucking effective. It fucking worked. It never got to the point where I felt like, man, if we get a coast the ball back, man, we ain't gonna never be able to score. It never felt like that today. Shockingly enough, it didn't feel like that today. It felt like we get the ball last. If let's say the coach scored and we were down, if we get the ball last, we can probably win this game. Outside of maybe kicking a fucking field goal, I would probably be like anything but that. Anything but that. It felt like we figured it out today. It felt like this team figured it out today. That offense figured it out today. Now, first half of the game, just like the Tennessee game, we gave up a lot of big runs early in the game. Gave up a lot of big runs. Jonathan Taylor had like a 46 yarder. Zach Moss, I think, had like a 40 some yard rush also in the second half. And yeah, the defense wasn't great in the first half, but the second quarter, second half, yeah, I think they finally was like, oh, we got this. We got this. We know who we are. The offense is actually moving the ball. We actually have a team today. Let's do this. And we gave up 27 points. I'm not surprised, but outside of the 20 points in the first half, we only gave up 7 points in the second half. And it had to be literally the most spot on fucking throw that has ever been made for Gardner Minshew. He had to throw that bitch spot on for Andrew Ogletree to catch it. Because if he would have, by one tiny miss of anything, they would have lost this game. Well, they would never scored. And we would have won it by 35, 35, 27, 35, 20. Penalties, of course, are going to kill us. That's just obvious shit. It's the Saints and it's the NFL. We should know already how the NFL is going to operate when it comes to certain games, especially early in the game, especially late in games. If they have a chance to throw the flag, they're gonna throw the fucking flag. Especially on our defense, they're gonna throw that bitch as quick as they can. So we gotta be smarter when it comes to that. But I'm so used to Dennis Allen defense now. I'm just like, that's kind of what the fuck I'm expecting. As long as it don't kill us. Sometimes they got certain times where we get absolutely gutted by penalties. The secondary held up for the most part. I mean, that's another thing that you kind of like, ooh wee, I don't know about it. I hated the zone. They were just in too much fucking zone. We let them do. I think in the second half, something that we didn't do in the first half a lot was put Alante Taylor on Josh Downs, the rookie from for the Colts. He was killing us in the first half. Second half, you saw them switch up and say, "Okay, Alante Taylor, you get on him. You guard him now." Paulson Debo, I think, had a better matchup. Paulson Debo had a better matchup on Michael Pittman Jr., which we was the pick that Gardner Minshew threw. He tried to kind of like fit it in, and the pressure was coming. He just threw it, and it was picked up by Paulson Debo. I think he had the better matchup. I don't think they should have put Marshawn Lattimore on Michael Pittman that much. I think they should have just let Paulson Debo because he was hitting him every chance he got. Every time he caught the ball, he hit his ass. I think Paulson Debo would have did a better job of Michael Pittman Jr. I think they switched it up a lot in the second half. I was like, why is that happening? Um, I'm shocked they didn't really use Isaiah McKenzie as much as I thought they would because that would have definitely got us caught off guard a lot early in the game. Again, we didn't really get that many sacks. We got timely sacks, which is very important for that defense. I got a chance to see the rookie Isaiah Falasky from Notre Dame. We haven't seen him yet this season that much. Um, and I got a chance to see him play in this game. Which, by the way, that was a fucking fumble. Fuck what they talking about. That was a fucking fumble. Um, all in all, man, the Saints did exactly what I wanted them to do. It was been so long that I've ever said this about the Saints offense. They actually finally look like they clicked. They figured it out. Something I've been screaming about for the last couple of weeks. If you can run the ball, run the fucking ball. You got literally four running backs in the NFL. Five if you count Rashad Shaheed's speed and ability. You got five running backs in the NFL on your team. Alvin, Jamal, Kendrick Miller, Taysom Hill, and of course, like I said, Rashad Shaheed. They use the running game today. The offensive line that we had out there, I actually think we should keep it that way. We didn't really give up too many, not too many pressures, which is pretty interesting. The Colts did not really bring that much. They brought some stuff to try to confuse up the offensive line, but that offensive line held up pretty fucking well. I mean, outside of the fumble that Derek Carr got hit in the strip fumble. Outside of that, we pretty much held up well. That defense, that offensive line held up pretty fucking well to have the game that we had today, man. Very important game for us, man. We did exactly what this offense is supposed to be, man. Something that everybody pretty much just screamed. Chris Olave looked alive today. Juwan Johnson finally came back. He was more in the running, helping the run game. I can't wait to see what this team is really going to be. But they used Taysom Hill in the red zone, which I've been saying to fucking do for a long time. One thing that saved our ass today is that damn throw he made late in that game. Rashad Shaheed, man, that dude caught so many fucking passes, but that fucking catch that Taysom Hill threw, that motherfucker threw that ball and Rashad Shaheed caught that ball and took it. Oh, that shit was amazing. Yo, that dude got fucking hands, man. I'm starting to realize, like, yo, we got like three of the best pass catchers probably in the league. If we get on the field, if that offense plays like that for the next couple of weeks, now we got 2 games left, 2 games for the bye week. We have Chicago next weekend at home, and we got Minnesota and Minnesota. And now the Kirk Cousins is out for Minnesota, so by the time we play them, they're gonna already be on it. They're gonna be on their second quarterback, just like the Colts was today. If we can figure out if that offense plays like that again for the next 2 weeks, and I'm looking at what Atlanta got going on. They had to bench Desmond Ritter, and they finally put Tyler Henneke in the game. Tampa Bay is finally coming back to the means. I mean, Baker Mayfield's gonna do his thing, but there's only so much Baker Mayfield physically could fucking do because he's Baker fucking Mayfield. He's limited as hell. That offense is limited. That team is limited. That is a reason why we all felt like they would eventually come back to the means. Carolina got their first win, but they're not really a fucking threat. We're tied for number one in the NFC South, which at the beginning of this, if you was to tell me 2 weeks ago if this was going to be the way the New Orleans Saints season was going for right now, I would pretty much tell you, yeah, pretty much. you know, the NFC South is not an incredible deep team. They're not in all of these quarterbacks are not great. Derek Carr, this is why the Saints was so heavily picked to win the NFC South. Derek Carr is supposed to be the better quarterback out of all of these damn teams. Today it felt like he finally realized what this is. Instead of him being aggressive towards the Saints receivers and everybody, he actually was very particular. The first drive we didn't get anything. It was cool. I was like, okay, you know what? The first drive we didn't do shit. It happens, but it was a better movement of the ball that I've been seeing, and I was cool with that. But this game, man, showed me that this offense, and like I said, usually I get on here and even after a win, I'm like, they still gotta be consistent. With what I saw today, I think we finally figured it out on offense. I know some people are gonna be like, it was one game. I still gotta see more. But that is what I've been waiting for. They figured the fuck out. Rashad Shaheed's speed is top level. You got a Tariq Hill on your team, and you don't use him like that. The way they used him today, you can easily use him for the rest of the season. Chris Olave and Michael Thomas are the best under the zone guys, they get in the position and they are hard to move. Michael Thomas for the last couple of weeks have been showing up and showing out. Chris Olave finally feels like, okay, I kind of know what the rhythm of this is now with Derek Carr. Now, the defense of the Saints is where I gotta really understand what this is. The problem that I have with these teams is that with the Saints is that we play mobile quarterbacks. We got like two, three coming up. Tyler Heineke is not super mobile, but he can move a little bit. And I don't know what Minnesota's quarterback is. The new guy that's going to be playing. I don't even know who he is. I think he might be a rookie. I don't freaking know. But I know we got to play Chicago next week. And I don't know if Justin Fields is going to be able to play next week. I know he's still dealing with his hand. Tonight is going to tell us a lot about what Chicago is going to be because they play the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. So we should see what the Chicago Bears are really going to be like moving forward. If they rush him back next week or if they just let the rookie play that they got now. Do they play him and let him play for the next game? Because if they beat the Chargers tonight, why change the situation? Just let him play. Um, but yeah, man, I think what we did today is what I've been looking for. Taysom Hill being used more. Uh, Jamal Williams finally is back, and they used him a lot. I kind of understood why last week you probably didn't want to use him too much. He was just getting off of a hamstring. But Alvin feels like this is the team. Kendrick Miller is they used Kendrick Miller today, which was very important too. I thought they needed to use him as much as they could. Get him. I hear them keep saying they're trying to get him up to speed, trying to just use him here and there. But that dude can fucking go. I think now you got something, you should use him. Like I said, Rashad Shaheed showed you he is like a Tariq Hill level type of talent. Like use him like that. Michael Thomas and Chris Olave are so threatening in the middle of the field that you can easily throw the ball over the top because there's not too many goddamn people that's gonna go one on one with Rashid Shaheed and actually outrun him. Even in the damn throw that Taysom Hill did, he still caught that, and he got hands. Like even though that happened, man, he caught a massive touchdown today. He caught, yeah, a massive touchdown. The man had over 100 yards receiving today, man. I'm very proud of what we did today. Offensively, defensively, early in the game, running the ball, they were killing us, but eventually we tightened up and got to what we do best. And that is shut that shit down. Shut that shit down. Like I said, in the Tennessee game, we did the same thing. Derrick Henry was killing us early in that game, and then eventually we shut it down. For the Saints though, it's about the deep. Now it's about trying to sharpen up that shore up that defense. If the offense plays like they did, now I do need to see another consistent week of that offense. But at home and you play like that against the Chicago, I know it's Chicago, and I know people are like, "Well, it's Chicago," but to me, it's games like today where every time they got on the field, you felt like, holy shit, we might actually score on this drive. That is something I haven't felt this entire fucking season. I have never felt more comfortable with what we did in this game. I was like, whoa, we might actually win this fucking game. 35 points. They put up 35 fucking points. That might be the most points, excuse me, that the offense put up this year. Because we can say the Patriots game, but the defense scored a touchdown in that game. So this is the most points that the offense put up um this this season. 35 fucking points. That's amazing. Again, I think they also figured out their their red zone offense, which is very important. Last week I saw it with Taysom Hill, but now it feels like okay, we know what we can do when we get into these situations. Use Alvin a little bit more, maybe even Rashad, but Taysom Hill. Let's move him. Let's use him more. And I think that the Saints have finally clicked. They finally figured that out. I know I'm sounding crazy. I know a lot of people gonna be like, "Well, damn, Brandon, it took one game for you to find." But this felt different. This you could tell it was different. You could tell how the offense was moving. It was different because they weren't just moving now to be like, "We just gotta move the ball." It felt like, no, we can score. We can really dominate you if we really want to. If the defense sure up, that offense continues to play like that. This is the team I was saying. when we was me and my brother Juan was doing season predictions. This is why one of the reasons why I said I would not be surprised if the Saints could actually get the number one seed in the playoffs in the NFC. I don't think we'll get it now, but that offense and our defense, if we show up everything and we get consistent play from everything, because nobody wants to go up against that Rashad Shaheed. Now, special teams is the scariest part of our team now because we got to figure out what the fuck that rookie is. Those two rookies that we have, the punter and the kicker, and Blake Groupie and yeah, Blake Groupie, and I don't even know the fucking punter name. We got to show up that shit. We gotta get them to understand like now this is how we have to move. And the punter actually did better today. He actually put some pretty good punts out there, put them in really good deep field position, especially in the second half. He made the Colts actually have to drive the length of the field. That was some good punts. Blake Blake Groupie um actually had a couple of early kicks, like always, that was kind of a little bit like, I don't know about that. The first like extra point he had to make, it was kind of like, oh. But I think that this team, if they could show up the kicks, if they show up the special teams, I'm not too worried about Shirashi, but the kickers, they got to figure that out. They got to get that right. Um, and yeah, I think for us, man, today was a telltale sign of what we can do moving forward. If that offense again, if that offense plays like that for the rest of the fucking season, it's not only we're clearly gonna win the division. If that offense and defense play like that for the next couple of weeks, man. That defense come out and do what we do, that defense do, and that offense do what they did today, we can easily we're gonna win the division. But we can get to the NFC championship game. I know it sounds crazy to say that, especially for the last couple of weeks when these fucking offenses hasn't done shit. But like I said, I think we finally saw something offensively. And I said that these next three games, Colts, Bears, Vikings, these are three games consistently where we're going to have to wake up and be better than them. And that's exactly what I think it is. I think we're better than, I think we finally showed that offense can do. I still don't believe in Pete Carmichael as an offensive coordinator, but if that offense moves like they did today and play like they did today, I think we might have a really good chance of actually moving forward and doing better things offensively as a team. And I think we might be ready. I think we might be ready, man. Yeah. So next Sunday is a Bears game, Superdome. Then they play at noon. So yeah. Well, till next time. See y'all next Sunday. Bleed Black and Gold. Saints win 35-27 over the Colts. Snaps a two-game losing streak. Offense looking up. Defense still doing their thing. This might be the turning point of the season, ladies and gentlemen, that we've been waiting for. Till next time, peace. Who that?